What is up, guys? I hope you enjoyed that quick little intro to the video because we're going to be seeing a lot more of it. That's right, this video is a recap of Shredfest 5, and while Jeremiah and I did shoot a ton of photos, which if you haven't seen yet, I'll leave a link to down in the description so you can find the album and see if we got you, but we also shot a ton of video clips. So I just got done reviewing all of the photos and videos that we captured, made some notes, and to make sure we get through this quickly, I'm just going to go down my list and share what we captured. So stick around and let's relive Shredfest 5. Okay, so this is going to be in no particular order just because when I reviewed the footage, it was also in no particular order. So let's get going here. We're going to start at Benwheel Park where TFL hosts their trick comp every year, and it is a spectacle to behold. I mean, just look at all the people here enjoying and waiting for the crazy senders to send it down. We've got a whole bunch of tricks that didn't go according to plan. And we have a whole bunch of tricks that did go according to plan.
Fast and Furious. Pretzel action there too. Pretzel. Unpretzel.
It was amazing to watch, even though I had to dodge crazy boards flying down that hill, sometimes faster than I can move out of the way.
Big ups, always pushing.
But hey, Johnny B. Nimble ended up winning in the end and got himself a cool grand, which I'm sure is going to help because these boards get broken every time they do some of these crazy sends. Alright, now I want to move on to some of the fun stuff, which was a little bit different this year in that we had Mike Wise from Arizona hosting the events, and it had our usual type things such as chair racing, where you didn't have to be on a chair, you could be on anything you sat on.
How does it feel between your legs, all that wood?
Just like normal, like the usual amount of wood that I normally have between my legs.
Oh, okay.
I like your shoes, by the way, we match. Oh, big ass feet.
Oh yeah, clown feet.
Yoink.
Clown feet gang.
Clown feet gang.
It had tandem racing, in which at least two riders are riding on a single one wheel in any way that they possibly can. And we even had the EUC guys ripping around, doing their little slalom racing. And here's a few clips of them just sending it off this crazy airbag because those guys just, they get air. TFL was also there with their fun stuff, in which they stayed on theme with this event, which was medieval. So they had this guy locked up who was, I guess, an ogre, and we were throwing water balloons at him. I don't know the story here. Kind of showed up late, but it was fun to watch, and I'm sure it was a great way to cool off if you were the ogre. But they also had bow and arrow shooting. They had axe throwing. They had tug-of-war on one wheels. That was kind of nuts.
Oh, so close.
And then the main event really was the jousting. yeah, there was some crazy battles going on, even to the point where one of the guys chipped his tooth because they decided not to wear the face mask protection that was on them, but they seemed to be smiling still. And at the end of the jousting, your friend Chris ended up taking first place, which was, you know, kind of expected because he is one of the best chair riders out there. So, yeah, congratulations, Chris. All right, let's transition from day to night. And one of my favorite things about the event is also the night vibes that happen here at Shredfest. There is a glow ride on one of the nights. And people like to dress up with all their LEDs and crazy outfits. I mean, just check out this guy with the disco ball kind of going over, lighting up the area around him. There's laser beams shooting off, showing off crazy logos and just vibing with the music. We've got the DJs doing their DJ thing. I got to meet DJI Pocket, and he threw down an amazing set. Of course, there was waffles. Gotta have your waffles because F pancakes, am I right?
It's not every day you're offered a goddamn free waffle.
There was a terrain park right next to the stage, and people were throwing down tricks even while the music was going. People, of course, are vibing. We got Kyle Hansen over here juggling. We got Wheelie PP vibing. We got this dad and his son playing around with their glowy things. Of course, I was enjoying myself, you know. Gotta try and have some fun, not just shoot the whole time. And then you got the people out here by the campfire just chilling. Speaking of fire, we got the fire dancers back doing their thing. And yeah, there's a beach ball just bouncing around. And here's me hanging out with Kyle Wong from Chillest. And let's not forget Manny, who put on beautiful, relaxing guitar and vocals.
You have over me, but we're never gonna survive unless we get a little crazy.
All right, so let's not forget about the racing scene here. Shredfest is an ORL or One Wheel Racing League sanctioned event in which if you are racing professionally, you can gain points towards the ORL and potentially go to Race for the Rail, which is the final race at the end of the season for the big prize. But even if you aren't racing professionally, you could still have fun and race in your division, in which I did this year.
Well, I'm out here at Seagate Shred, and I just got my timing chip and my badgie. What is this thing called? My number for racing, because last year I didn't race, and this year I decided, why not?
I actually raced in the amateur men's 40 to 49, and by some miracle, took third place. And I say that because while my times were okay on the qualifiers, my semi-finals and finals race, I was the last person off the line to go. Actually, at the finals race, I over pushed the nose and nose dived, so I was dead last. Thankfully, I'm pretty good at staying on my board, and a couple of the riders were unfortunate enough to come off their board, so I passed them up and managed to hold on to that third place, which I thought I was in fourth the whole time. So when I got down, I wasn't even trying super seriously to hold on to it because I didn't think I podiumed.
Third place coming around the corner. Takes a mean photo, Mr. Steve Ginter.
But here I am. I did podium, and I was super stoked. Still am, and is probably one of my proudest moments one-wheeling ever.
In third place, Steve Ginter.
Honestly, I'm sure I could
Okay, so enough about my experience racing. There was just a ton of fun stuff going on as usual at Shredfest. We've got a lot of the pro racers there, a lot of the other influencers that share their stoke about one-wheeling like myself. And I got to talk to and meet so many more people again. And it's just, I don't know, aside from it being medieval, it's magical. I mean, I could ride around on my one wheel in a dinosaur? No, a dragon onesie with my best friend, listening to music, racing, laughing, sharing stories.
Did you win something?
Yeah, dude. I got a board bag, dude. I'm ready.
Guess who also won a board bag?
Mine's bigger than yours.
I mean, what is there not to love about going to an event like this? And just like I've said in previous videos, if you haven't gone to a one-wheel event, if you haven't gone to Shredfest, you know, try to make that effort to plan for it and go, because you'll be surrounded by like-minded individuals doing what they love, and they're sharing their passions. You can race if you want to. You could just have fun, play fun games. You could bring the family to an event like Shredfest. Even if your family doesn't ride, they can, you know, play with the other kids. You can go into the stream and swim a little bit. It's super fun. And lately, some of the participation in both races and just people who want to come has been kind of dying down a bit. And I don't know about you, but I don't want to see it go away. I have so much fun at these events, and I encourage you to try and make it out if you haven't gone, because they are so worth it.
We may have the chillest vendor booth of all Shredfest.
Hell yeah, Waterloo. Always coming for the coolness right here.
Alright, that's Ginter for now. If you enjoyed living vicariously through my cameras and your screen of what was Shredfest 5, be sure to bonk that thumbs up button, and also be sure to subscribe if you haven't already, because that's the kind of stuff that I create on this channel, primarily one-wheel stoke and product reviews and just lots of fun stuff. So make sure to subscribe, and if you want to see more Shredfest videos, I've got some older ones, and of course, again, the photos will be linked down in the description if you haven't seen them already. Alright, I hope you guys can make it out to future one-wheel events such as Shredfest. I hope that I also get to attend those, and maybe one day we can hang out and chat, but until then, this is me signing off and saying, float on my friends. I'll catch you guys in the next one. Later.